Okay, so as you can see, when they mop, but that's pretty deep. And then what it appears is that this floor is cracked. If you see, not only is the grout missing, but we have what I would consider a structure crack right here. And this is in front of the where they cook. This is where the stoves are, where they do most of the cooking, right here, and the baking. So this is where a lot of grease is splattered, hot grease is splattered. And if that's cracked, that means you're getting debris under that you can't get out. And you have a chance of some serious mold growing in this place. And cracked tile. I mean, this is just a deal that should be done in a nice restaurant. Besides what we find, and I'm just saying that that grout's almost gone in many places, and you've got a crack line along this. So that's how that is. Now, the deal is, this used to be a bank. It was not meant to be a restaurant. So some contractor came in here and said what he could do to make it a restaurant. Well, it wasn't built, it wasn't designed to be a restaurant. So in other words, the engineer who engineered this building did not know there was going to be a big time restaurant on this first floor, and it's pretty much impossible to keep this thing waterproof, because as you see that rust there? That's stainless, it's supposed to be stainless steel, but I see along this, so they put silicone trying to stop that. They're not going to stop all that. It's pretty bad image on that part. And then you go over here, another sign of disease, another sign of stuff. And then you got the ice making machine here, and they have another what they call a strip drain with this shouldn't get too much real debris, and you've got another drain there. So there's plenty of drains, but they all go underneath in between the floors, and they've been trying to repair the pipes with a cheap way with rubber pieces and clamps, and not very professional in my opinion. So you can see they've already worked on this too, saying this was a culprit, because there's the tile again. You can see where they tried to piece things together here. But what I'm seeing is on the baseboards a large sign of how there's another open drain. How right here, if we turn the water on, once we turn the water on here, you will see that as it drains, we have the water on. Okay, so then what happens is it starts dripping. And you can see that, and then you can see how it's been dripping along the wall. And eventually what happens is it goes down between the silicone right there, as this was. So that's pretty bad corrosive. And then so I'm going to turn the water off, as you see. So here's where they do their pastries and stuff. So it's not so bad where the pastries are, not so busy. But as you see, I haven't got to this yet, and you see all the debris in there. So this will clog up too, just the same as all the others. And then openings there, and you can see how water has been getting there. Not as bad. If it's not real rusty, it's not as bad. But this removes like that, and then what you have to do is you take this grate out. This is the part that really can have a problem, because once that clogs up with that food like that, you don't have a really good thing. And this one here is wide open, looks rusty, and we're gonna have to clean this out, and then we're gonna seal it. We're gonna seal this one because it looks pretty bad, and then into the drain. So what we have is a couple of issues here that, like I said, this building was not really designed. Also, we had a GFCI one of these was chipped. So we're going around here, and to show, there's a GFCI right there that is tripped. That means that water must have got in there somehow. Okay, let me show you. Okay, Okay, there's tripped. I'm gonna reset it. Okay, now if you look real close on this one, you see that green? The green tells you water got in there. That's why it was tripped. Okay, and then the rust. So they did do that. At least they do have GFCIs. But that was tripped for some reason. Well, at least it was tripped, but that's still hot. Back behind there is hot. So now, going back here, we're going back to this part, to the where we actually spend most of our time in the washroom, because that's where most of the water is coming from. We're doing now. You can see the difference from one we've already done, cleaned really good. This is one that we finished. Look how nice that is. Man, does he do a good job when he does this kind of stuff. So this is what one that's finished. So we're gonna have to go around and get all of these. So make sure that it's not gonna do it too soon. But as I said, to do some serious repairs here, to do it permanent repairs would be what would need to be done. And when they mop the floor, they used to hose this thing down. That was real bad. You shouldn't do that. Just mop it and let it air dry. We'll be fine. But we're working on this, and look how clean this is looking. He's doing a good job here. See that? We're gonna get this sealed up right. Talk to you later.